angry, he clowns to make me smile. When I am happy, he is joy unbounded.
He has taught me the meaning of devotion. His head on my knee can heal my human hurts. He is my dog, Jean Hill.
No one appreciates the very special genius of your conversation as much as your dog, Christopher Marley.
I think dogs are amazing creatures. They give unconditional love. For me, they are the role models for being alive. Gilda Radner.
Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I'm a dog. And tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's a little choice for advancement. Snoopy.
Ever wonder when you see a homeless dog where he came from? Did you ever think that was once someone's pet? How did he get that way? This is where the story begins. Angel was a retriever with eyes that twinkle. He lived with his owner, Barney. Everywhere Barney went, there went Angel like his golden shadow. Barney and Angel took long walks, and for a treat, Barney let Angel taste squirrels.
But just for fun, Barney taught me to love every living thing, the birds, people, even cats. It was a good life.
Then, Barney lost his job. Angel didn't understand about the economy. He only knew that he could not get Barney to smile again.
Even when I dropped a ball at his feet to play fetch, that always used to work.
One day, Angel saw there were suitcases everywhere. Barney has lost his house. He had to move somewhere where there were no dogs allowed. Angel slipped his nose under Barney's hand. He tried to tell him nothing mattered.
Not bones or toys, not anything but being together.
But Angel didn't have the right words to say it. Barney scratched a tickly part behind Angel's ears and taught him something that might save his life one day. A special trick. It was the last gift he could give his friend. One morning, Barney was gone. And another man took Angel away. Barney had taught Angel that people were good, so he eagerly poked his nose out of the car window as they sped along.
How can anything bad happen when the world's so beautiful?
Then Angel was taken into a big cement building full of cages
Called a shelter.
And there, Angel heard the noise of dozens of dogs barking. In Collie, in German Shepherd, in Welsh Terrier. Angel was put in a kennel. Through the bars, Angel looked for Barney.
Don't hold your breath, big guy.
A frail little dog named Sparkle was in the next cage. Sparkle was half poodle, half Maltese, half who knows what. The only thing whole about her was her heart, which was very big.
They don't come back for you. You're stuck here now.
But I did nothing wrong.
None of us did.
Sparkle explained that people come here to meet you and take you home if you're lucky. Suddenly, Sparkle straightened up and wiggled her ears.
Look sharp, Goldilocks. We've got visitors. This is my lucky day. I can feel it.
Curious, Angel saw a couple strolling past. Some dogs jumped, some wagged, and Sparkle tried calling to them.
Hey, over here, pick me, you.
Sparkle watched them pass sadly. She explained that all the dogs are here because they have no homes. That's when Angel realized. Because Barney had no home, no job, he had to leave Angel. He wondered how Angel ended up with the Sparkle.
I was the prettiest puppy. Then I did a terrible thing.
You bit someone?
No, worse. I got old. I'm 12 now. Got arthritis. I'm almost blind. But once upon a time, I floated on a leash like a dream. Now, I'm no one to nobody.
And she curled up, hiding tears in her cloudy eyes.
Soon a worker put Angel in the yard where he met another dog, Rufus the Boston Terrier.
You're new here, right? Well, here's a tip. There's one dog you should avoid. Trouble the pit bull. Stick to your side of the yard or she may attack.
How did you end up here?
Rufus explained that his owners had a new baby and no time for him anymore, so they put him out.
At first I ran around, feeling totally free. But then I got lost and walked miles, trying to find my way home. I thought my family would come looking for me, but they didn't.
I'm sorry.
At least I know what love is. I've slept on comfy couches. I've been taken care of by a family. Some start life here as puppies, with no one to hug them or teach them how to be good pets. I loved my family, especially Billy, the boy that went to college. I still don't understand why they abandoned me.
And as they spoke, suddenly a shadow crossed their paths. It was Trouble, a fierce-looking pit bull. All the dogs scattered. Trouble's teeth gleamed. She had a
Stay out of my way!
look in her eyes. But Angel had learned from Barney that all animals and people were good, so he walked right up to her.
Hello, I'm new here.
Uh-oh, this is not going to be pretty.
Back off! Get away! Leave me alone or else!
So Angel started to retreat from the pit bull, but then he saw something that changed his mind. He saw
that all the time Trouble was trash-talking, her back legs were shaking. She's the one who was afraid.
That's why you act tough, right? You don't want people to see you're afraid.
No, I'll fight you if I have to. Go away! I'll never get a home or belong to anyone. You're all so hopeful. You'll be rescued, and that's stupid. Because we never get a happy ending. We've been thrown out like garbage, forgotten, invisible.
It doesn't have to be that way. I'll teach you what someone I loved taught me. You have to reach out to people. They might be as scared as you are.
And Angel taught the pit bull what Barney had taught him. How to give your paw to someone. How to shake hands. Trouble sneered.
You're right, you fool. We'll end our lives in this miserable place. We're never going to run or curl up in a soft chair at our very own home. We won't ever be free or loved or treasured. But Angel didn't give up because he had learned a valuable lesson. He learned that behind most bullies, there is just a frightened pup. Angel showed Trouble over and over how to shake hands. Then one day there was news.
Guess what? I've heard from a bulldog who got it from a corgi that the shelter's having an adoption day. We'll have a chance to strut our stuff and find an owner. So get your beauty sleep tonight, doggies. Tomorrow you might find someone to take you home.
Don't believe it. You can't trust anyone. Adoption day dawned. The dogs were in the yard in their best collars. Trouble was tied on a leash, looking mad at the world.
This is Trouble's last chance. If she's not picked today, she will never have a home.
Don't cough. You have to be perfect to get adopted.
It's not my fault I got this sniffle.
Visitors passed Sparkle, Angel, and Rufus without a second look. So many dogs needed homes. A woman named Nancy walked in. She was looking at the cages when suddenly she stopped in front of Angel because his eyes were as sad as hers. She read the card on his cage.
Oh, look at your name. Angel. Angel, look at you, boy. You look like your heart is broken. Don't worry, I'm taking you.
Then Nancy snapped the leash on Angel, and with that sound, suddenly all the long walks and great times with Barney came rushing back. Angel looked up hopefully, and Nancy was smiling, the most beautiful smile he had ever seen.
But just as the shelter was closing, Trouble broke off her leash and made a run for freedom. Out of my way! I'm getting out of here! And as she rushed to the door, she frightened the little girl. The little girl started crying. I skidded to a stop in front of her. The shelter people rushed to grab Trouble.
This isn't going to end well.
But suddenly, a miracle happened.
Trouble slowly put out her paw to the girl, just like Angel had taught her.
For a moment, time froze.
Trouble's whole future hung on that moment.
Then, the terrified girl put her hand out too and took Trouble's paw. She hugged Trouble and clung to her.
Daddy, I want this one!
Everyone was surprised, most of all Trouble.
Wait, did she just pick me?
I told you, never stop believing that good things can happen.
And Trouble finally had her new start. Angel said goodbye to Rufus. He stood with Billy, the teenager who had loved him.
Can you believe it? When Billy learned what his family did, he looked for me. He never gave up because he said, "You never forget old friends." I have a home again.
Why is Sparkle's cage empty? Did she find a home?
She's at the vet. She won't be adopted now that she's sick. It's bad news for Sparkle, but good news for us.
And so Nancy took Angel to his new home with a big yard full of wonderful places to dig. Inside, the house is filled with suitcases, which before had meant trouble for Angel. But Nancy pointed to the luggage and told him her story.
Today was Mother's Day, and my mother died last week. Those are suitcases full of her things. I was going to give them away today, but I just couldn't. So I went for a walk instead and ended up at the shelter. Mom said she sent an angel to watch over me. So when I found out Angel was your name, and when I saw how sad you were too, I thought that maybe, just maybe, we could save each other. What do you think?
For an answer, Angel licked Nancy's face and said with every thump of his wagging tail,
I'm yours. I will be loyal forever.
I would have died that day if not for you. I would have left the world believing that no one cared. All this incredible love I have to give would never have been given.
Angel grew to love Nancy like he loved Barney. Then one day, Angel saw a very happy Trouble.
What happened? You're different.
Well, the night my family brought me home, they changed my name from Trouble to Beauty. And that's what I became. Beautiful. I never wanted to fight, but I had to survive on the streets.
what happened to Sparkle?
The doctor said her time was up. But then she heard someone say, you'll be all right.
Oh, speak up. I'm a little bit deaf.
Sparkle saw it was the janitor at the vet's office. Miguel was a grandfather of many. His legs ached too. And he wasn't as spry as he used to be. Miguel didn't think Sparkle was too old. He thought she was perfect, and to prove it, he adopted her.
Because for every young or old person, there is the right dog. Dogs can teach you to be a leader, a kinder person, a better friend.
If you give homeless dogs the gift of a second chance, they'll give you back unconditional love. All you have to do is open your heart and take us home.
You can make a difference in a homeless pet's life. This is how one very special family did.
It started as a school project for Karen Talbot from New Jersey. Her son's school adopted a homeless dog shelter in Georgia. But when they visited, they saw it was crowded with homeless dogs that had once been loving pets. So Karen formed an organization called Moms, the Making of Miracle Stories.
Karen started working with a shelter in Georgia where the public wasn't allowed. She met a woman named Micah Wilder who had formed a group called Carpathia Paws to help shelter animals.
Carpathia was the name of the only ship that came to rescue the Titanic. It seemed a fitting name. This is Karen's story.